folks. How you doing today? I hope you're having an awesome day. Well, I picked up a new knife. It's on sale on Amazon. I wanted to check out. And it is the Old Timer Boot Knife 162 OT. Stainless steel blade. Now they advertise it as high carbon stainless steel. I looked into it. It's 7CR 17 MOV steel. Has a 3.8-inch spear point blade, saw cut handles, Delrin, full tang, and leather sheath with nickel silver guard. I'm not sure what the nickel silver guard is. There's your specs on the knife. 7.8 inches overall, 3.9 ounces, spear point, stainless steel, full tang, nickel silver guard. Not a huge guard, but I guess it counts. Your saw cut Delrin handles and a 4-inch handle. So here's the sheath that comes with it. Not a bad sheath. Formed leather. Stitching looks decent. You get your Old Timer logo stamped in. You've got pass-through belt loop, snap collar to hold the blade in. Overall, not too bad. And here's the knife. You can see your 162 OT. You can see your Old Timer. And whatever that says underneath of it in very, very, very tiny writing. So you've got your spear point blade. Your saw cut Delrin covers. Blade is sharpened on one edge. You do have a swedge here towards the tip. Now the swedge is, you see there, the swedge runs right to the tip on this side, but came up a little short on this side. So they didn't take it all the way to the tip. And that's going to affect the pokiness of the tip, because it's going to be fatter on one side than on the other. But that can be fixed with a grinder. The edge grind looks pretty even. It is pretty sharp right out of the box. It appears to be a flat grind on the blade itself. Now, I did take this out to test it and play with it. You've got a fairly flat grind on the back. It does kind of drift here away a bit. Not quite sharp enough for a ferro rod, but you could grind that down a little flatter if you wanted to. Now, the one thing that when I looked at this knife, boot knife, I thought there's a thrower right there. So I was quite anxious to go out and give it a toss. So I set up my target. I figured maybe I'd film some tossing and whatnot, and some other uses with the knife. So I threw my first toss and stuck it. But, oh well. So it didn't hit on the butt. It stuck. But I guess the shock wave was a bit too much. You can see here, your covers are hollow. And your pins aren't actually pins. They're screws. And this one looks pretty darn rusty. And then capped over with a little brass or nickel silver cap. And it looks like there's a lot of rust in there. You can see some of the rust on the tang of the knife itself. So this full tang, which is nice, but a solid cover would have been much nicer. I did retrieve this piece at least. So if I wanted to, I could glue that back into place. But this might become a recover project, I think. because, I mean, it felt good in the hand, but man, that was disappointing to see that they're just cheap, hollow clamshell kind of covers. So maybe we'll get some wood or some bone or some stag, and this will be a future recover project. I mean, I can't glue that back into place, but I don't like a knife to have a cheap handle like that. So just to check the specs, by my measurements, it comes in at 7 6/8. Blade length from the guard to the tip is about 3 3/4, and your cutting surface is about 3 3/8. Like I said, it did come out of the box nice and sharp. So, other than the minor fit and finish issues like the swedge not going completely to the tip here, I mean, I can fix that. But yeah, that was kind of disappointing. And the rust, too. That's rather disappointing. But perhaps it's that time of year where the knife's in and out of the cold with shipping and storage and whatnot. Created a lot of humidity. Anyhow, there is your Schrade Old Timer 162. I was liking it. Bit good in the hand. Pretty much a 4-finger grip. And you just catch your pinky on the edge. Lanyard hole would have been nice. Fits fairly well into the sheath. Relatively secure, not a lot of wobble. That's kind of angle in there. And that would be the rivet here, the other side of the rivet, and the leather. Kind of pushing forward. That could, over time, cause perhaps some separation there. There's enough tension on it. But on the flip side too, that does, when the belt's nice on your belt, then it does give you a little easier access to grab it, I guess. Overall, not bad. Leather needs a treatment. It's kind of dry. But otherwise, a decent sheath. And a decent piece of steel with some really crappy covers on it. But maybe we'll see this one in a future project as I do a recover on it. Who knows? Anyway, folks, that'll be it for today. Hope you have an awesome day. And it's the weekend. Woohoo. Get out and do something you enjoy. Take some people along with you that you enjoy spending some time with. Get out in the woods. Relax. Enjoy the peace and quiet. Listen to the birds. Take a knife with you. Just might come in handy. But don't throw it if it's got cheap covers. Y'all take care.